Ten Best Picks presents the top 10 best MIG welders. Starting at number 10. Forney Easy Weld 261. If you want a welder that's easy to transport and lightweight, this is the perfect choice. It could so easily have won the award for the best MIG welder for beginners. It comes with everything you would expect from a compact welder. It is a gasless unit, relying on flux core to get the job done. It has infinite voltage and wire feed control, making it ideal for novices, and it welds metal to a thickness of 0.25 inches. It has a 30% cycle at 90 amps, and it has an all-metal casing for added robustness. Product specifications: dimensions 16.75 x 8.125 x 12, weight 19 pounds. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. WeldPro 200 amp. Inverter technology removes the need for transformers, making the welding unit lighter. You get increased control and power without the added weight. This welder is suitable for MIG, stick and TIG welding at a maximum output of 200 amps. This unit is suitable for home or professional use. However, make sure you get a professional to install a 220-volt socket if you plan on using the maximum output on this welder. What makes this welder unique is the duty cycle at lower amperage. It has a 100% cycle at 110 amps and 30% at 200 amps. The Model 200 is also capable of true lift TIG welding as well as stick welding and aluminum welding with the optional spool gun. Number 8 of my list. Hobart 500,559 handler. This Hobart MIG welder has a 5-position voltage control for a smooth arc transition, no matter what the material's thickness. It means it can weld 24-gauge steel up to 0.25 inches thick. It is a multi-functioning welder that operates on a household voltage of 115, and it has a 20% duty cycle at 90 amps, which means for every 2 minutes welding, it must be rested for 8 minutes. This increases to 25% when you up the amperage to 140. This MIG welder is suitable for welding steel, stainless steel, aluminum and other metals. Coming at number 7. SAB MP215 IC. The 10th machine we have reviewed is the SAB MP215 IC 120/230 volt MIG-TIG stick welder. It's another synergic machine with multiple functions, including a TIG torch. In theory, this is one of the best welders available. It comes with adjustable synergic settings that make welding and setting adjustment quick and easy for anyone at any experience level. It has a digital screen that clearly shows all your options, and there are plenty to choose from. There is also a smart internal computer that learns your welding style and adapts the welder to perform at its peak according to your specific welding techniques. While all this sounds impressive, the EMP215 IC is very expensive, and it's known to have a common fault in the computer, which can stop the machine from functioning properly, if at all. The machine is highly advanced, but it doesn't yet have all the bugs ironed out, which can ruin your welding experience. SAB's customer care falls below the required standard too, which has upset some customers. For an expensive high-class machine, this is unacceptable, which is why we have it last on our list. At number 6. Hitbox 4-in-1 MIG. The Hitbox Multifunction Synergic 200 amp inverter MIG welder is a machine that's handy for beginners or as a secondary machine. However, it has numerous flaws, which has brought it low down our list. For what it offers, it's very affordable. It can run 200 amps of power, and the arc gets hotter than most other 200 amp machines. It comes with the option to connect a TIG welder to the machine if you want to invest in a lift TIG torch. But it's a synergic welder with limited preset settings. The synergic machine is preset with specific welding parameters depending on the wire size and amperage you want to run. This synergic style machine is useful when you're learning, as you don't need to know about the right wire speed to amperage rate based on wire and plate thickness. However, it only has the option for 2 metric wire sizes, and there is no adjustment for adding slightly more or less wire speed if necessary, as most synergic machines have. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Reboot Mig Welder. If you want a low-priced machine that's very basic but still welds well, then the Reboot MIG 150 DC 220V inverter Mig Welder is a good choice. The instruction manual that comes with the machine isn't very helpful, but the welder is easy to use, so you shouldn't need it if you have a basic understanding of welding machines. There are lower-priced machines on the market, but it's likely that they won't weld as good as this. It's a low-quality option, but for light welding, the bead is tidy with minimal spatter. It welds at an average temperature, so with its maximum 150 amp output, we recommend not purchasing it if you need to fuse anything thicker than 3/16" material, unless you weld multiple passes. The MIG 150 can only run from a 220-volt power point, which makes it less desirable. If you only have 220 volts in your garage, this is fine. But if you need to use it in different locations or don't have access to 220 volts, then we don't recommend this. Coming in at number 4 of my list, SUNGOLDPOWER 200 amp. The SUNGOLDPOWER 200A Mig Welder is a lower-priced, lower-quality machine than the WeldPro 155 amp inverter Mig Welder. However, it comes with more amperage and produces tidy welds. It welds hot for a 200 amp welder, which gives you good options for different types of welding, including heavy gauge sections. The machine is lightweight, but it doesn't compare to WeldPro's 155 amp welder, even though it's a similar size. It includes numerous accessories, but none of them are very useful. The 4 different leads included are rather small, and the gun isn't very good. They all work, and you can weld on them well, but they are on the lower end of the scale for stock accessories. All the connectors are standard, so you can use other guns and clamps with the machine. Some budget machines have unusual connectors that don't allow for this, but the SUNGOLDPOWER machines are built for diversity. At number 3. MIG 155 GSV 155. The WeldPro 155 amp inverter Mig Welder is a good machine for hobbyists and others who want an affordable machine. It's one of the smallest MIG welders in this size, and with it being capable of plugging into both 110 and 220 volt power points, it is incredibly diverse in its portability. We also like the 2T and 4T switch. This allows manual and automatic wire feeding depending on the type of weld you're doing or your preferences. If you're running long beads or welding in awkward spots where you can't hold the torch properly, you can let it feed automatically to complete the job easier. The leads are not as long as we like, but it's a lower-priced model that leaves room for buying additional aftermarket parts like a longer gun lead if you require it. WeldPro is an experienced company at building welders and have been in the market for many years. They excel in building with quality components while keeping the price down. This 155 amp machine is a good example of that. Coming at number 2. Lincoln Electric K2698. Lincoln Electric is another company that produces quality welders. Their standard doesn't compare with Miller Electric, but the Lincoln Electric K2698 180 MIG welder is a machine that stands out above many others. It has a good warranty that normally ensures you get your money's worth, but its performance doesn't match the high price tag like the Miller Electric Millermatic 211 MIG welder. However, there is a good range of accessories that come with it, unlike some other machines. The K2698-1 lays a beautiful bead with minimal spatter on light sections, but you don't want it for heavy welding because of it only reaching 180 amps maximum. Also, the weld isn't as consistent as we hoped it would be for its price. It's a simple machine to set up, and it comes with a helpful manual along with an e-manual if you need it. It has a decent gun and ground clamp, but they aren't exceptional for the price you pay with the machine. And number 1. LOTOS MIG 175. If you don't mind a lower quality welder but want more diversity in your MIG welding, we recommend the LOTOS MIG 175 AMP MIG welder. It has some handy features like the aluminum spool gun that's included. Most MIG machines are capable of welding aluminum, but they won't feed the soft aluminum wire without a specially designed spool gun. The spool gun that's included feeds the wire smoothly, so it comes out without folding in the lead. The machine itself doesn't include a long warranty, but it's an affordable machine that is known to outlast a warranty long after it expires. The quality of the weld isn't to the Miller standard, but it's not too far behind and will produce some tidy beads on any kind of weldable metal. It produces mostly spatter-free welds too, as long as you run the welder to the correct settings. There is usually a small amount of spatter, but nothing compared to other poor quality machines. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.